Welcome back to the Big Easy Blitz podcast. We have an unorthodox episode today because Brock is not even in the country. Brock is in Mexico. Brock, you want to say a few words before we get started?
Yep. I tried to get my background of my hotel room here. Couldn't exactly get it. But you might see some people, some Jesuit guys that you know. They're scattered around this hotel. It's a great time. So we're taking a break right now. It's very hot outside. We went and ate just now. But that's enough about that. About this trip, I decided to take a break to do this because I wanted to get the people that uh watch this to like get some content out there. And actually. Speaking of that, shout out. I woke up this morning, went to the lazy river, was floating around, and Meyer Stedman, shout out, said, "Yo, what's up, man? I see you on my For You page all the time. Even in a different country,
Keeps
people are
coming.
telling us
It keeps coming, man.
it's great. I love what we do here. This glare is really annoying. I'm
Shout out
sorry.
all 2025 Jesuit grads.
Yes.
For real.
Eh,
Um, Brock,
no, I don't like
what's
that.
the weather like over there?
I mean,
Is it just like crazy hot and
it's
humid?
it's it's pretty comparable to Louisiana. If I could
Okay.
be honest, it's very hot.
Yeah.
A little bit. There's not a lot of wind at all.
hmm
Even though, like, so I have a little
No
pool
hace
down there.
viento.
I don't know what that means, but I have a little pool right there. Even the water is like scalding hot. It's
Jeez,
crazy.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
imagine.
very hot here.
All right. Well, without further ado, let's jump into the regionals so far. Brock, I mean, this has been one of the most memorable upset brackets we've had in a while. I mean, we got Vandy over here fighting to get out of the first elimination game with Wright State.
Mhm.
Um,
Yep,
so I mean, so I guess Louisville's in the driver's seat in the Nashville regional. It's just really confusing how Vandy's having this much trouble with these teams.
I know. It's what I said before. I didn't think they were going to get the one seed, and they won the SEC when they got the one seed. But
Mhm.
it's clearly showing now that they probably didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's neither here nor there. I'm not the committee. I didn't make up it, but I mean, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I probably was right here. Another thing,
Um,
we were vastly wrong on some of these regionals.
yeah.
We'll get into that, but nobody could have predicted some of these.
Yeah, and I don't want to undermine Wright State's success and like the other mid-major success. It's just kind of confusing how these giants are having this much trouble. Like, for example, um Alabama in the Hattiesburg regionals already eliminated who we had winning it. Um I mean Miami is in the driver's seat. Now, that is because Columbia upset Southern Miss.
Yes.
And it's a common theme throughout this tournament. A four seed does not go to a barbecue.
Yeah. 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 I mean, a lot of these four seed. I think there was a stretch where there was four straight games on Friday, and all four one seeds lost.
Yeah.
That's really unheard of. And even after the four seeds, like I know, for example, I'm looking here, Texas lost their second game. I mean, so many one seeds are getting upset, and
Yep.
thank God our Tigers took care of their like what they had to do. They two
Look,
games, two.
Little
two
Rock might be headhunting tonight.
the only thing I fear about Little Rock is that they don't have any pitching left.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't
Yep.
know how much pitching Little Rock has.
Mhm.
No disrespect to the Little Rock Trojans, but I don't know.
They might be thin on pitching.
Yeah. LSU, two games, two shutouts. So we'll see if they can keep that rolling tonight, 8 o'clock. I'll be watching on my phone here because there's no ESPN on in Cancun. It's a lot of soccer.
Yeah,
Uh, no disrespect to soccer. Soccer's a great sport. Personally, not my style. So
that's all right.
Cagenomics has been coming in clutch though. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Um, and then I guess we don't have to talk too much about the Tallahassee regional. I mean, Florida State's pretty much just taking care of business there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Um,
Oregon State. I mean, we both picked them to win pretty comfortably, and USC's really dominated that regional.
yeah, I mean, St. Mary's beat Oregon State, huh? Yeah, shout out
Yes.
the Gales. Yeah, I mean it's a like I said, it's a common theme. The four seed upset the one seed. TCU, I thought, and I think you kind of agreed with me, was going to be kind of like a dark horse team, and they just got absolutely skull dragged
Yeah,
in
I mean
both games.
that was a rough showing for the TCU Horned Frogs there. A team that I thought should have possibly kind of hosted. They just got, I mean, two and barbecue, as you said. I've never heard that, but that was clever. They just got embarrassed.
I mean, like
Like it,
against USC, it's like they couldn't even like it's like they weren't even competing. It was
yeah,
13-1 in the blink of an eye. Um, but yeah, like you said, very disappointing showing from the Horned Frogs of TCU. Now moving on to the Chapel Hill Regional. You only have two teams left here, as we kind of expected. Oklahoma, the
yeah,
SEC team, and then UNC is in the driver's seat.
yeah. So both of our winners in this region are still in it.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, I think the power just went out in my room. Sorry about that. The lights just cut off. So yeah, I think Oklahoma murdered Nebraska earlier
Yeah,
today. I think
Nebraska
I
did
s-
not look too good in either
yeah.
game.
Yeah, no, 17-1. I mean, that's really not going to cut it in baseball. But hey, shout out to your. Actually, I'll save it because I just saw when I scrolled, but we'll wait for that. Let's just say
Um,
Connor's Pickens looking better and better in a certain regional.
oh yeah. No, we're gonna get there. But next, moving on to the Eugene Regional. I mean, the Ducks.
I
Well,
mean,
that was embarrassing, man.
I don't think like you said something before we started. Could you imagine LSU goes to their own regional and in the box and they get swept in their own regional and have to watch other teams come in the box and play baseball and move on, but we're sitting at home.
Mind you, not even like you say, two teams. That's like so you have they lost to Cal Poly and
And
Utah
Utah
Valley.
Valley.
So that's like UNO and SLU coming into the Baton Rouge Regional, beating LSU, and then LSU has to watch them play for a chance
Yeah.
at the Super
I
Regionals.
mean, technically LSU softball, that happened to them. I don't know if you keep up with
Yeah,
that, but
that
it
did. You're right.
that
You're
literally
right.
happened to them. That's crazy. Actually, shout out Utah Valley. That is Daniel Dickinson's old school. He had a big game on Friday night, two home runs. That's his old school's getting it done. Just eliminated the
Oh
number
yeah,
one seed
yeah.
in that regional.
Hmm.
That's crazy that Oregon lost and didn't even play the two seed in that regional. They played Cal Poly and Utah Valley. Didn't even have to play Arizona.
Yeah, that's absurd. Arizona is in a very good spot. Jay Johnson's old crew.
Hmm.
Anything else to say about the sorry Eugene Regional?
I mean, it's wide open now. I mean,
Yeah.
Arizona's in the driver's seat, but really, I think any team can come out of that.
Yeah, you're right.
It's, ooh, we can skip past that.
Oh, bro, cut me some slack. I've barely been talking. Moving on to the Conway Regional. This, as I said before, this was my favorite regional going in to the tournament. You have East Carolina, with one loss. They lost a close game, or it wound up not being too close, but in tournaments like this, you don't want to waste pitching. So once you get down by five, you're going to start throwing your
Right,
weaker
right.
guys.
Which
Um,
is exactly what to start to interrupt, but Dallas Baptist
no,
did
it's fine.
today, and it's not going too hot for them right now. Yesterday when they were down, they lost 12-0. They started throwing their back end guys who they don't really throw, and right now not going too hot for the Patriots over there.
Yeah. Hmm. But it's just weird how like I had East Carolina. I was pretty confident in the pick, but for Florida, like the games weren't even really competitive. Like for example, Florida had for in the second game against East Carolina, Florida had first and third, no outs. They're down by five. This guy has a 3-0 count. Brock, what would you do? 3-0 count, you're down five. You want base
I'm
runners.
I'm throwing the bet to the dugout.
You're not taking. Or you're taking.
Yeah, yeah, okay. I thought, yeah.
You're
Yes,
taking.
I'm not even, yes. I'm literally putting the bat on the ground, staring him to throw me a strike.
Yes, exactly. My guy swings and grounds into a double play.
Yeah. I
Wh-
mean,
And Billy Napier is the coach. Or he's football. What's Florida's
Kevin
Kevin
O'Sullivan
O'Sullivan?
is,
Isn't
yeah,
Billy Napier their football coach? Yeah.
yes.
So Kevin O'Sullivan, he's like screaming at this guy coming back to the dugout, and he has his hands up like this, like it was 3-0.
Yeah.
If I'm him, I'm benching him the rest of the game. That is
Well,
so selfish.
yeah, it doesn't matter now because they're packing their bags and they might join me in Cancun, actually.
Yeah, my
Soon.
Pirates sent Florida packing.
Yeah, that pick just looks worse and worse. Florida didn't play good that whole regional. I mean,
No.
that was just bad. They got embarrassed the whole weekend. A lot of people picked them to actually make Omaha. I saw a couple, like multiple, like some of the higher ups, like pages and Instagram accounts, and
Mhm.
like all those, they were all picking Florida to make the Omaha, and they just got. I don't know if they went 0 and 2, and they might think they went 1 and 2.
They beat
Um,
Fairfield.
oh, okay. So yeah, they.
Shout
I
out
mean,
Fairfield.
yeah. Thank you for coming. Um, Not
Thank you for
much to say
showing
on
face.
that. Uh, yeah. That's all. Yeah. I mean, everybody was picking against Coastal. They went in there really with no pressure at all because nobody picked them, and they just undefeated right now. They're in the driver's seat. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, East Carolina's gonna have to beat them twice in order to move on.
Yep.
Um, Now onto the Auburn regional. Stetson's looking really good. The Hatters out of Florida,
Yeah.
they're good. They're a scrappy mid-major.
I don't know if you're looking at the scores or now, but they're up 7-4 against NC State in the top of the sixth. I
Okay.
don't know if there's okay, they don't have the like who's on base and all that. But yeah, I mean Stetson, I don't know much about them, but they're playing good baseball. So we'll see. We'll see if
Bro
they can give Auburn a run for their money.
Brock, a little trivia. What dominant MLB pitcher went to Stetson?
Jacob deGrom
Good. Very good.
instantly knew that, and he actually played shortstop at Stetson.
Yes, he did. Um,
Uh,
but
yeah,
it's the Auburn regional. We can't just overlook Auburn. Auburn's taking care of business and they
yeah,
do look
they've
really
been
good.
they've been dominant.
hmm Onto the Fayetteville regional, not much to say here. I mean, this is a very weak regional.
Yeah,
The two seed is already eliminated.
yeah, it's
Um, so yeah, anything you want to say about the Fayetteville regional?
no. I mean, shout out North Dakota State, who was not a good team early in the year. They got hot at the right time when they eliminated Kansas, the two seed. Ooh, excuse me. And yeah, they're losing right now 10-3, unfortunately, in the sixth inning.
Mhm.
But you never know with baseball. I mean, anything can really happen. I think yesterday Georgia Tech scored 9 runs in 1 inning
Yeah,
to come back. I think they ended up losing, but still, Georgia Tech, watch out for them. I mean, I know they lost. I think they lost their first game, but still, I mean,
they're playing Ole Miss right now, and we'll get to that
yeah,
in a second.
yeah.
All right, on to the Knoxville regional. Again, I mean, just Tennessee pretty much just dominant.
I don't know if you've been watching this regional, but the game it was Wake Forest Miami. I was watching on the plane
Wild.
ride.
I saw that
That
game.
was
Wild.
a amazing game to watch.
Yep.
I think
Shout
the
out
final
Miami,
score. I
Ohio.
think the final score was like 16-14.
Yeah,
I mean, unbelievable game to watch. Other than that, it's been a pretty boring game, a boring series, or regional. Tennessee's
regional. Yep.
really taking care of business, which we all assumed.
They're really
But
solid.
yeah, shout out Miami, Ohio. Those boys came to play.
Yeah, they bash. They bash.
Yes.
On to one of the most embarrassing performances probably in all of college baseball. Clemson puts up 7 errors in an elimination game
Yeah,
um,
that's.
against Kentucky. That cannot happen ever when in the game of baseball.
I mean,
When
that's.
y-
I
that,
think. Yeah, I think the last 4 seasons, Clemson's been eliminated by SEC teams, and once again, the SEC woes continue for them.
yeah,
I mean, Kentucky was not a good SEC team this year, and they
no,
just
they weren't.
just annihilated Clemson from
Yep.
first to ninth inning. It was unbelievable.
hmm
And now, I mean, I would say good for LSU because they don't have to. I mean, they don't have a national seed coming in to the box next week possibly, but West Virginia's looking good right now, and Kentucky. I
Our
mean,
pick, West Virginia, that is.
you picked West Virginia.
Yes, I did.
I think I picked Clemson. But
Oh, I had West
yeah,
Virginia. I had
maybe.
Kentucky and then I switched it to West
Yeah,
Virginia.
I think I had Clemson. So my pick. I mean, if anybody wants to go look back at my picks, they have not been doing hot right now.
Yeah, it's all
I
right.
clearly don't know ball. But at least my
It's like
LSU picks
March
looking.
Madness. Anything can happen.
That's true. That's true.
Um, LSU regional. I mean,
Well, yeah. I mean, there's not much. We'll save that till the end, just so we can preview this game coming up.
yeah,
But I mean, it's been a pretty boring regional as an outside fan. Looking in. If you're a fan of LSU, you've had a great time watching. But
but yeah.
I mean, other than that, it hasn't been. But we'll touch more on that later.
hmm Um,
Let's.
Athens. This game of the tournament, Oklahoma State versus Georgia. Did you
Yeah.
watch this? You didn't watch this game, huh?
So no, actually, funny enough, I was we So me and a couple of us just came back from eating. We were at lunch, and I had the game on, and I literally turned it off for 5 seconds to walk back to my room, and then I get a text from you and Austin that say, "Oh my God, OK State," and I'm like, "You've got to be kidding me!" So was it a home run or
It was a walk-off home run, Oppo Taco. It
wow?
was
I
one
mean,
of the best games I've ever watched. I mean, just like you said at Georgia Stadium, this home run's being hit everywhere.
yeah, I mean,
I
it's a little
mean,
league stadium.
it's 314 down the right field line.
That's yeah. I'm not even like the amount of home runs, even in game one against Binghamton that Georgia hit that
Oh my
should not have
God,
been
I
home
know.
runs.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
hmm
But now
Um,
it looks like Georgia can't use their own stadium as an advantage because they were out. Uh, what's the word? I can't think of the saying.
Oklahoma State beat them
That's
at their
it.
own game.
Yeah, they beat them at their own game. There we go.
Um,
I've had a long 2 days,
yeah,
gentlemen.
no,
It's
it's all
it's.
right.
I'm sorry.
We appreciate you for being this committed
Yeah,
on
I'm glad
vacation
it.
to
Yeah, of course.
But Duke is 2-0 in this regional. I Duke I know nothing about. Like I
No,
at least know a little bit about some of these other two or three seeds. I know nothing about Duke. And they
I
are
yeah. I mean. I literally can't say anything about Duke. I don't know anything about them, but
yeah.
they're 2-0 in the regional, and they're in the driver's seat to move on. So we'll see. This well, enough about that. This next regional, I feel like it's easily been the most wild regional,
Yes.
even besides like the other one seeds that have lost. This one has been even more wild. Just the fact that a 4 seed is 2-0 in the
Yeah.
Oxford regional, that is just unheard of. I feel like I've like the 4 seeds a win in game one, but never. I feel like I've never seen a 4 seed go 2-0.
Yeah. The four seeds in the driver's seat.
I mean,
Ole
that's
Miss and Georgia Tech are playing for their seasons currently. Do you have
let
a
me
score
check.
on that, Brock?
Yes, Georgia Tech is winning 8-6 in the fifth
Okay,
inning.
wow. So was up. Ole Miss hung up five on Georgia Tech starting pitcher in the first inning. He couldn't even get out the first. He only recorded one out. So I thought Ole Miss was about to run away with this game.
Hmm.
But I mean, both of these teams can bang. So it's going to be interesting to see if Murray State can hold them off.
Yeah. I really haven't watched much of this game, although I haven't watched much of any of these games because I just can't physically cannot get it out here. The only thing I've
Yeah,
been watching is Cagenomics. So I've seen a
shout out.
couple. Squeeze play has that he's had that on for a little bit. But I mean, from all I've heard, Murray State has just been dominating that region.
Yeah,
Ole Miss has looked sloppy. It looked I, I don't know. I'm pulling for Georgia Tech because I think pretty sure I picked them. If not, I might have picked Ole Miss, but I said Georgia Tech had a chance.
mhm,
But I mean, anything can happen now.
yeah. Now moving on to the Los Angeles Regional. Our pick, Irvine, is going to play Arizona State in an elimination game to move on to play UCLA. Um,
Shut the fuck- Okay.
I haven't been watching too much of this regional just because I honestly don't think any of these games have actually been streamed. I feel like it's all on ESPN Plus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but I'm still rooting for the Anteaters, and I'm confident in our pick. UCLA is vulnerable.
Yeah. Like you said, I haven't really paid attention to this regional at all. But you see around there, they're going to play later today at 5 o'clock. It says ESPN Plus, so we're not going to be able to watch it, unfortunately. But we'll keep up, like we'll follow the score and we'll see.
Yep.
Um, I'm sorry, I can't get any words out. I don't know why. Like I'm struggling with words right now.
It's dedication. You got a lot going on. Final regional, and then we'll come back to the Baton Rouge. We have Texas, the Austin regional, UTSA, man, out of the AAC, right?
Yes, two
Yeah.
inches. Yeah,
Out of the AAC, they go on and beat Texas. Now Texas is going to match up with them again because they're beating the crap out of Kansas
yeah.
State. But I mean, it as a sports fan, it makes me happy seeing these mid-majors succeed, man. It really
Hmm.
does.
It also makes me happy seeing Texas lose as an LSU fan. I don't
Yes,
like
sir.
Texas. Now, do I think they're still going to win that regional? Yes. I'm sorry, there's a bug flying around. Yes, I still think Texas is going to win because their pitching is really good. But I will be pulling hard for the Roadrunners of UTSA.
Me too. That would be electric if they won.
Yeah.
Brock, let me ask you something. So if, say, UTSA and another two seed advance to the Supers to play each other, who hosts?
I was actually going to touch on this earlier when we were talking about LSU's super regional, like the Clemson losing. So I'm pretty sure. So if you're not a 1 seed, you submit a bid for like a host if you lose. So the highest bidder will get it. But if neither team's bid, which I'm pretty sure everybody has to bid, I'm pretty sure the NCAA will just pick it. Like whenever
Okay.
if LSU's ever a non 1 seed and they were to win a super and another team would or win a regional, another team would win, like a host would lose, it would always be LSU because I mean NCAA is always going to pick the Alex
Right.
box.
Yeah.
But it's pretty solely based off of money. You submit a bid at the beginning for things like this, and whoever has the highest bid wins.
Okay.
Coincidentally, last year, or maybe 2 years ago, Southern Miss outbid Tennessee, which I thought was hilarious.
Really.
That Southern Miss can outbid a big brand like Tennessee, and
Yeah.
Southern Miss hosted Tennessee. That was when, if you remember, Chase Burns threw like
Okay.
103, and
Yeah.
he looked like a psycho walking off the mound. It was
Yeah.
that regional or
Okay.
super regional.
hmm
So yeah.
All right. Now we have the
Well,
what's that?
the LSU regional. Is that where you're
Yeah.
going with that? Yeah.
Yeah. The LSU regional. Um,
Oh,
LSU's in
quick.
the
I'm sorry. I don't think
you
we
good?
touched on this, but Vanderbilt is losing 5-1 in the
Yeah.
bottom of the seventh to Wright
Mhm.
State right now. I don't know what Wright State has on their mound, but they've really had Vandy's number the last 2 days or 3 days.
Because Vandy won. What was it? 4-3 the other
Yeah,
day.
but they easily should have lost that game. They
Yeah.
were getting no hit through 7 innings, and for some reason, Wright State's pitcher was taken out of the game, even though he had seven no hit innings with 76 pitches. But I mean, I don't know.
What do we
But
know?
I
You
mean,
know?
they're winning right now. They're beating Vandy right now. So clearly it wasn't that like I don't know. Vandy is just probably the most fraudulent 1 seed I've seen in quite some time.
Yeah. Number one
I mean,
overall.
yeah.
Mhm. All right. Well, what you got to say about the Baton Rouge Regional and LSU's upcoming game?
So yeah. I think if I mean Little Rock's winning 8-4 right now. It's just LSU. I think they're in the driver's obviously they're in the driver's seat, but like in terms of pitching, they have everybody lined up. I mean, they could throw whoever they want this game. We haven't seen Zach Cowan or Casey Evans yet, which is huge. I think through 2 games, that's LSU's 1 and 2 out of the bullpen. Um, I mean, the starters have really turned it on and really just helped us out tremendously over these last 2 games with the shutouts. So I don't expect anything different. I think LSU wins tonight and advances to the Supers. I don't even think it gets to tomorrow, but even if it does, I think whoever comes out of the losers bracket is not going to have the pitching to match up against LSU.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's all I got for that.
I agree.
Although offense has come around, it's just Jared Jones. I don't know what's going on with him. He has been struggling mightily recently.
Yeah.
He was 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts last night, and we still scored 12 runs. So just what can we do with him is what I'm excited to see if he turns it on.
Yeah, he'll figure it out. He's too good of a hitter not to.
I hope so because we're running out of time.
Yeah, you're
Uh,
right.
uh, quick score update. We were watching the Creighton. I was like looking at the Creighton score. North Dakota State just put a 4 spot up, so it's 10-7 right now in the sixth. So watch out for that. Maybe
Okay.
North Dakota State can rally some postseason magic and beat Creighton.
hmm
If we'll
Um,
see. That's all I
yeah,
got for that.
that's all we got. Um, let's save the Sporkle thing for another episode. All
Okay,
right.
that's
All
fine.
right.
This one went a little longer than we expected, but
Yeah,
it's all good.
that's what I'm saying.
I got
So,
nothing else to do.
Brock, I along with the huge audience we have. Thank you for taking time out of your vacation to do this.
Yes.
That just shows how dedicated we are, man. I mean, come
Mhm.
on. But yeah, that's all we got today. Brock, anything else you want to say?
No. We might get another episode out. It depends on when we can get one. I mean, I got all the time in the world. I can easily just come sit in my room, talk for 30 minutes, talk ball for 30 minutes. But yeah, we'll try and get some out. We're gonna leave you. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of today. Maybe go find the boys and go play some golf, some mini golf later. But we'll
Fun.
see. As soon as we get back though, as soon as I get back on Wednesday, look out for an in-person pod. We've
Yes,
been
sir.
in the works about that. Might have a heated debate coming. I'm not gonna hint on that anymore.
Oh yeah.
Um, a
Big
very
things coming.
heated,
Big things
yeah,
coming again.
that very heated debate coming.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying with that. That's it for episode 11.
11. Sticks.
11.
11. Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see you for episode 12, whenever that
Y-
is.
Yes, sir. Signing off. See ya.